Chapter 7, An Evil Plot. It all started on a Monday night. Drake Doyle was fast asleep at his desk when the phone rang. He fumbled for the receiver. Earth to Mars, he said sleepily. Come in, Martian ambassador. Doyle and Fossey. Is this Drake? Drake Doyle? Drake sat up straight. Sleepy as he was, it was important to sound professional, especially after dreaming about Martians. Speaking, he replied. Well, this is Alexandra Landsright, and I simply must have your help. I repeat, must. At that very moment, Drake's heart skipped just a little. You see, in Drake's scientific opinion, Alexandra was the most beautiful girl in 5th grade. She was, in fact, a beauty queen, or rather a beauty princess, winner of the Miss Junior Mossy Lake title for 2 years in a row, so it was only natural that Drake's heart would skip just a little. What seems to be the problem, Miss Landsright? As you know, I'm running for class president, said Alexandra, and the election is on Friday. Don't worry, you have my vote. I'm counting on it. But there's a problem, a big problem. Her voice sank to a whisper. Someone is plotting against me. Me, beauty princess extraordinaire. Once again, Drake's heart skipped a beat. This sounded serious. What do you mean? My campaign posters, they're ruined, every one of them. Today after school, someone wrote all over them with a black marker. Great Scott, gasped Drake. That's terrible. All last week and all day today, Drake had admired Alexandra's poster. Vote for me, the posters proclaimed. Vote for Alexandra Landsright, the most glamorous, fabulous girl in the world. In the center of each poster was a dazzling photo of Alexandra. There were, in Drake's scientific opinion, terrific posters. Alexandra would say, now my photos have mustaches and black teeth. Who would vote for a girl with a mustache? I repeat, who? Oh dear me, I mustn't cry or I'll smear my mascara. Drake's mind raced. Isn't James Fresco running against you? Why, yes he is. I hadn't thought of that. Oh Drake, you must get to the bottom of this. I repeat, must. I'll pay anything. I'm desperate to win. Never fear. Doyle and Fossey will catch the nasty culprit, whoever it is. You have my word. Late as it was, Drake immediately phoned now. Doyle and Fossey, she said after the first ring. An evil plot is hatching, said Drake, and he filled her in on the details. We must investigate tomorrow at school. No doubt Frisco's behind it all, replied Nell. Agreed. This is our chance to catch our arch rival and his dirty tricks, answered Drake. Check. Click. The next morning, Drake, Nell, and Alexandra examined the posters. Sure enough, the beauty princess was now missing a few teeth and had a mustache. Sometimes she even had a black eye or a beard. Definitely not presidential material. Terrible, murmured Drake. Horrible, murmured Nell. Who would do such a thing, cried Alexandra. I repeat, who? And to me? I repeat, me, beauty princess extraordinaire? Said Drake, thinking hard. Miss Landsright, I have come to the conclusion that you must make more posters, immediately, if not sooner. I want them hanging by the time the bell rings this afternoon. More posters? Asked Alexandria, frowning. But why? They're an awful lot of work, you know. Drake showed his glasses up with his finger. So we can set up a surveillance and catch the culprit in the act. That's why. After all, we're Doyle and Fossey, science detectives. Emphasis on the detectives, added Nell. Alexandra tossed back her golden hair and sighed. Oh, very well then. I'll get my campaign manager to do it. Couldn't possibly do it myself. Might break a nail. Quite right, agreed Drake. Who's your campaign manager? Asked Nell. Well, Haley Glib, of course. The most fantastic campaign manager a beauty princess could have. I repeat, fantastic. Haley was also in their class. Just as Drake and Nell were in the science sort, Haley was the politics sort. Not only did Haley wear red, white, and blue every day, she also waved flags while shouting, hurrah, and other such political stuff. Drake jotted a note to himself. Haley Glib, campaign manager. Just then, Haley herself came up and shook their hands. I must say, I'm stunned, she said. Absolutely stunned that anyone would dare disgrace an election like this. The dignity and honor of the entire political system is at stake. Tell me, what have you come up with so far? Nothing yet, said Drake. However, Miss Glib, I'm curious about something. Yes, asked Haley. Who's Frisco's campaign manager? That's easy, answered Haley. It's Bubba Baloney Mahoney. Alexandra added, everyone knows they're good friends. This confirms my suspicions, murmured Drake as he scribbled in his lab notebook. Ditto, murmured Nell as she scribbled. this afternoon, said Drake. Surveillance, you know, top priority. Check, replied Nell. All in the name of science. So following lunch, they hid beside lockers and peered around corners. They watched Haley Glib pin up new posters. They spied while Alexandria said things like a little higher or more to the left or aren't I just so beautiful? And then they waited and waited. At 3:25, the bell rang. School was out. Bubba Baloney went out the door while Frisco went out another. You follow Frisco, whispered Nell, and I'll follow Baloney. Check, whispered Drake. Drake came prepared for such detective work. Whenever he was on assignment, he carried his detective kit. It was filled with handy gadgets like night vision goggles, a periscope, a compass, specimen jars, a flashlight, code breakers, and a camera disguised as a teddy bear. He donned his fake glasses, complete with plastic nose and mustache, and pulled his hat down. Already, he called his parents to say he'd be home late. Very late. He scurried across crosswalks. He slithered behind trees. He scampered under bushes. He slid between lawn chairs. And every now and then, just to be certain he wasn't recognized, he walked with a limp, all the while keeping Frisco in his sight. It was detective work at its best. Once he even slipped on a dog pile, but it was up and after Frisco in a matter of seconds. Remember, detective work can be perilous, absolutely perilous. He tailed Frisco all afternoon, spying on everything Frisco did. Frisco littered, Frisco kicked cats, Frisco stole candy from babies, Frisco crossed streets on the don't walk flashing red light. Frisco, well, you get the idea. It was well past the time that school closed for the day when Drake finally called it quits. At home and following a quick supper of meatball surprise, he called now. Anything? Nothing. Ditto. The school doors open at 8 o'clock in the morning. Have Alexandra meet us there at 7:55 sharp. That way, neither Frisco nor Baloney can mark up the posters before we get there. Check. Click.